Hey, book lovers, I'm Candace.
And I'm Chrissy. And you've just stumbled into your new favorite book club, Bookalicious Pod.
We're two sisters reading our way through fantasy, fiction, thrillers, and the occasional "what did we just read" moments.
Every week, we break down books chapter by chapter
with deep dives, hot takes, and detours into sisterly side convos.
Think a cozy book club mixed with a FaceTime call, sprinkled with a little chaos.
We don't hold back on the characters we love or the ones we love to hate.
We play games like Read It Like Reddit, Red Flag or Deal Breaker, and have Spotify polls for you to guess along with our plot theories.
If you've got a TBR pile a mile high, including ACOTAR or Frida McFadden,
or just want to feel like you're hanging with your bookish besties, hit play. This is Bookalicious Pod.
I'm so excited to talk about this book so I can finish it.
I know. The thrillers really make us go quick on a recording.
I know. Well, because it's getting twisty.
I know. This is a really good mystery because we had a theory last time. I want to know if you still have that same theory. But I feel like new theories it could be anybody.
The plot is thickening. I still think it's Billy.
Yeah.
Maybe Billy and his mom.
The mom is a new one in the picture. I'm thinking the mom could be suspicious too.
Yeah. I'm also wondering if Emily was murdered.
Oh, you think so? By who?
Luke. It seems evil at the age of 13, but he seems like an evil person.
Oh, gosh. That would be pretty rough. Because it is just Luke and Emily in the pool.
They're the only ones home. Air quotes. But he was only 13 at the time.
Why?
That feels like crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of suspect things that come up.
Yeah.
That's a thought, though. I didn't think about Emily's death being malicious. But
I don't know.
Anything could happen.
Anything could go.
Man, okay, so should we get into the summary? Are there other things we want to talk about?
I think we just need to get into this, talk about this, so that I can finish this book and see what happens. I must know.
I know. This is like, perfect divorce.
Yes.
No, perfect marriage.
Perfect marriage.
Needed to know.
Need to know, but a lot more believable.
Well, I think perfect marriage didn't get unbelievable until the end.
That's true. That's true.
We could see what happens in part 3. Could be the same thing. Okay, well, let's do it. Welcome to Bookalicious, a podcast where two sisters chat about books we're reading. I'm Chrissy.
I'm Candace.
And we are on part 2 of Not Quite Dead Yet, which goes from chapter 14 to the end of Wednesday, November 5th, which is like chapter 24, I think.
Let me see. The start of chapter 23. It's chapter 14 through chapter 22.
Oh, okay. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like we just said, we left off with Billy being our number one suspect. Luke and Sophia were suspicious, but we didn't think they were involved in Jet's murder. And we thought that JJ and Andrew were just red wig herrings. Is that about right?
I love that. Yes, red wig herring.
Okay, so now we're picking up. And Jet has just moved into Billy's apartment, basically, because she's like, I can't be with my family anymore. I'm staying here.
She's decided to stop abusing her family and move into Billy and
who she hasn't talked to in forever.
I'm really starting to build a case against myself that I don't support women, because here again, I was just editing Nerd Love Hypothesis. And I had the same comment where I'm turning on the female protagonist again.
Are most of our books, though, female protagonists? So do we have a skewed sample?
I'm wondering if that's the problem. We need to read a male protagonist, and maybe I'll turn on him. Maybe I just turn on protagonists.
Maybe. Harry Potter was the last male protagonist, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't turn on him.
But I mean, it's Harry Potter.
That is Harry Potter. I know.
So, okay. Maybe that's it. Maybe that we'll need to test our own hypothesis. We need a male protagonist here.
Yeah, but Jet, she was abusing her family, and then she moved into Billy's unannounced, and then now she abuses him there.
Yeah. Okay. My question and first line of the summary is I'm not sure what Billy does in his normal life, but he's able to take this whole week off to just help Jet. So what does he normally do?
No idea. Collects bugs.
Yeah. Collects frogs?
Yeah,
Kills
collects
people?
frogs, dissects people, kills people. Who
Maybe he's a
knows?
hitman.
I didn't realize that. So they said Billy and Andrew are neighbors
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, Andrew lives on top of the bar.
They
I,
both do, I thought.
yeah, so now they both do. I didn't realize they were both living on top of the bar. I wasn't putting that together last time.
Oh, okay.
This is like a
Yeah.
very weird apartment complex.
I could see that though in like a downtown kind of area. I've seen that
Yeah.
before, where
I
there's
mean,
like shops on the bottom.
I have seen that as well. I just was thinking this was like a really small town.
Yeah, they
I feel
wouldn't
like
have stuff
those
like that.
Yeah, those types of things usually happen in like really big cities where you can have like 100 units and then the bottom is like a store.
Or maybe this is such an old town that it's like back in the day when the baker lived on top and
Oh, yeah.
there's a bakery on the bottom.
Well, maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Maybe it's
Okay.
historic.
They both live on top of the bar.
They're next door neighbors.
They're neighbors. Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. So that's Billy. Um, okay. So yeah, Jet moves in. They grow closer as friends, and Jet thinks, why did I ever stop spending time with Billy? I feel so comfortable around him. But does this realization come too late? And has Billy already murdered her?
Dun, dun,
Time will tell.
dun.
But we'll see. But for the time being, Billy seems like a totally amazing friend. On their adventures, we find out a lot of things, and I've listed them in order of increasing sauciness. So
Okay.
some of them I have questions for you about. So maybe
Okay.
I say the thing and then I ask the question,
Let's do it.
or do okay? I think that might work pretty well. Okay, so first thing, Billy is actually a phenomenal singer. Jet finally goes to his performance because she has no other excuse now, and she's blown away by how good he is. He sings a Billy original that is totally about Jet, but Jet thinks it's about some other girl at the bar.
Oh my God.
And my question for you about this is that Jet's talking to him after, and she's like, she basically like makes fun or like chastises him for not monetizing his music. And he's like, I just like doing it for fun. And she's like, that's a stupid reason.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, what?
For my limited notes, because yours were so good, I had a section called Jet Continues to Be a Monster. With the first
Mm-hmm.
bullet is that she tells Billy maybe she can go to his concert, which is downstairs at the bar.
The last week of her life.
Last week of her life, she's not doing anything. And she says, maybe.
I know. I was like, my gosh, Jet.
Yeah. And then the next thing she says immediately after is that his hobby is a waste of time. That was my next point.
Yes. That was crazy. This is where Jet feels like YA.
I mean, I think, and Holly does a good point with this, is that the reason why the reason why Jet is saying that is because Jet feels like she's wasted her life.
That's true. Yeah, she's projecting.
She's projecting. So she sees Billy and he has this talent and he's not using it. And her life is at its end. And she's like, you need to do something.
Right. She hasn't found her talent.
You, right, exactly. She's basically done nothing with her life. And she's like, Billy can do something. So that's where she's coming from. So I do think that Holly does a good job, like picking, like, putting that together.
That's true. She's still annoying though.
But still, Jet, you're a monster. Like, sorry.
Yeah, is the problem us or is it the protagonist?
Hmm.
Ongoing question for Bookalicious Pod.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Second thing. Emily, Jet's sister, drowned the day Jet won the spelling bee, and apparently their mom said that it was Jet's fault that Emily drowned. Okay, so you thought maybe Luke is the culprit. So that could be one question is this malicious? Second
Hmm.
question is, do you think the mom actually thinks this, or was this just a moment of like intense grief or anger? And she was like, if Jet hadn't been there, we wouldn't have, could have been with Emily.
Well, I think that's a crazy thing to say because my first thought would be if I was going to blame anyone, I would blame Luke,
Who was there?
who was there.
Jet was at her spelling bee.
Right. Like
If you
Luke
didn't do
was
so well in the spelling bee, we wouldn't have stayed so long.
right, but she doesn't blame Luke, who was there, like probably like what, watching TV, doing nothing.
I mean, to be fair, like what
It's
could like if he was inside, like it could be a totally benign thing.
well, I'm just saying, like it's
But
nobody's
yeah.
fault. But if I'm like looking at the radius of who I could blame and misdirect my anger, the first
That's
person
true.
would be the person there. The second person, you know who the second person would be?
Mm, I don't know.
Billy's
Neighbor?
dad, who she had asked to check on the kids and he didn't do it.
Oh yeah, that's right. What happened there? He literally just didn't do it?
He just didn't stop by when he was supposed to. This was in part of my notes. And then 10 years later, suddenly he gets passed up for sheriff for the new guy in town.
Oh, that's a good point.
Hmm? Could that be
Yeah.
Diane?
Oh, Diane is behind the passing up.
Hmm.
Diane might run this town.
I think she does.
That's a really good point. Okay, so Billy's dad was supposed to check on them,
Hmm.
but didn't.
Did
Emily
not.
died.
Emily died.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like the mom would totally blame Billy's dad. Do you think that has to do with this will come up in my next point, but Billy's mom and Jet? I don't know.
We don't know. We don't know what happened there.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so any other thoughts on Emily? Are you thinking it's malicious or are you thinking it's benign?
I feel like it would be hard to be malicious because how she drowned, this is actually like my greatest fear is like you swim too close to the pool drain and then your hair gets caught in it and then you drown.
I
That was
know.
always like our mom impressed that fear upon us.
She really did.
Yeah. Which it's like, I don't know, maybe she should have been like tying our hair in a braid or something. Maybe I don't know if that would help. Would that help?
I think when it's tied up, that does help because it's less like going everywhere. I feel like they've
Flowy.
changed the drains though, or something. Like, I feel like this is less of a problem now,
I
but I
do
might be
feel
making that up.
I do feel like it's less of a problem, but at the time when Emily was a youth, this was definitely a problem.
She was born the same year you were.
Yes. So this was
A
definitely a
little
real
close
life
to
fear.
home.
I know when I saw that happen, I was like, oh my God, fear unlocked. Like,
Yeah.
so why was I talking about that? Because it would be hard to do that intentionally. Like, how would
Right.
you get someone's hair stuck in the drain
The only
intentionally?
intentional thing would be if you saw it happen and you didn't do anything. That would be the intentional part. But
Right.
then you wouldn't have planned it.
You wouldn't have planned it.
Then it would just be like evil. Like what would they gain by Emily dying?
I don't
Would Luke
know.
gain anything?
Luke could be like, I need to be head boy.
I'm the only boy, but it's still looking bad for me.
It sounds like Emily was like the star.
That's true.
Now, it's possible that at the time she was not the star of the family, but
Mm,
in
in hindsight.
retrospect, in hindsight
Yeah,
afterwards, everyone has like idolized her.
possible.
So it I could see if she was being like the star and Luke is like second fiddle, maybe not doing something. I mean, that'd be
Yeah,
crazy, but
that's
maybe.
yeah, still crazy, but he seems a little unhinged over here.
Yeah, he seems unwell. Okay, but that's all I have for that.
All right. Yeah, me too. Okay, third thing. Billy's mom walked out when he was 18, and apparently Jet had something to do with it. What did she have to do with it? Is Billy's mom a suspect now? Is this motive for Billy? Does Billy's mom work at Mason Construction?
Uh,
All could be options.
so she was the math teacher
Hmm.
for them, for like the small school.
Yeah.
I don't know what Jet could have done to make Billy's mom run out of town.
Unless Billy's mom is to blame for Emily's death. And Jet was like, I know. I'm gonna tell Diane. I don't know though. That seems crazy.
Maybe Billy's mom was having like an affair
Maybe. And Jet found
and
out.
Jet found out and she was like gonna tell. But I just feel like even if you're like, my life is gonna implode by this affair, I'm not gonna like leave my kid.
Yeah. Especially if it's like a 15-year-old who's confronting you. Like that feels strange.
Y- Yeah, I don't feel like an affair is enough for me to run out of town and leave my kid.
Yeah.
It has
So
to
I don't
be
know.
it it has to be something that's not like reputation damaging, but is like illegal. Like I'm going to jail.
Could it be with the police force? Because her husband was passed up for sheriff or something, like something along those lines.
Well, it sounds like he got passed up for sheriff a long, not too long ago, like maybe 2 or 3
Okay,
years. And this was 10
that's true.
years ago. So either she's afraid for her life or she thinks she's going to jail.
I don't know. And how would Jet have anything to do with that?
I don't know.
Maybe was Jet the spokesperson for her mom? So her mom had some devious plan and Jet and either maybe told Jet to confront Billy's mom or Jet just gave her the load in. Because that could also explain why Jet is so like distant from her mom
Hmm.
if she knows her mom is evil.
That could be. What if Billy's mom was having an affair with a student?
Oh,
That would be illegal.
okay. With Luke?
That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, you think?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what would make me run out on my family and my kid. And it would be like
Oh,
me thinking I'm going to jail or me like fearing for my life.
yeah.
And I don't know
Well, maybe.
if she's a teacher, like that's something that could put you in jail.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Do you think, oh yeah, were you gonna say something?
Well, I was just gonna say maybe she had something to do with uh that girl that
Emily?
self-exited, Andrew's daughter.
Oh, I forget her name.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Um, may she rest in fictional peace. Um, but her, maybe she had something to do with that. Like
Oh, interesting. Oh, the daughter's name is Nina.
Nina.
Maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know. Andrew seemed to think that Diane fired Nina, and then that was the last straw. I don't know.
Maybe it was
Possibly?
something else, and it was like Billy's mom who drove Nina to the brink.
Yeah. Okay, that's possible. All right, do you think Billy's mom has anything to do with Jet's attack?
I could see, I could see Billy's mom coming back and being like, Billy, I'm sorry I left, but I had to because these Masons are so evil. They blackmailed me and I had to run away. And then
Okay.
Billy being like, these people are so evil. Let's get rid of them. And
You
then them
think?
like tag teaming, maybe.
Yeah. Did they mean to get Jet, or was it an accident?
I think Billy definitely
They
wants
thought she
Jet
was the
dead.
mom.
He
What?
he is so tired of her and her antics.
Oh my gosh.
She's so mean to him. I'm kind of like justified.
Oh, no. I think you could have two very different reads on how Billy and Chet's relationship is. Chet is a little bit of a jerk, but
Jet
they're maybe
Jet is
making
so
amends.
nasty. They're not making amends. She's literally he's like writing notes for her. This isn't my other Jet is a monster. He's like writing notes for her because she can't anymore. And she's like, "Don't write like a 4-year-old. Write your notes better." And I'm
No,
like, "Lady,
that's Jet being 15 years old.
I guess
And
so."
Billy's like, kind of endearing. They're like brother
Yeah.
sister.
I do think it's like Jet's humor is to be mean, but it's
Yeah.
also like and my humor can be like that too. I think that's why I was more Team Jet the first read. But you do have to sprinkle in the nice. Otherwise, you're just mean and it's actually not funny at all.
That's true. Yeah, we haven't seen much of that sprinkling.
No.
So,
So,
no
okay.
sprinkles. All
No
right.
sprinkles.
Okay. So possibly if Billy's mom were involved with Jet's attack, maybe she came back, revealed to Billy how evil the Masons are, and now that would give them motive to kill them all, I guess.
I guess.
Or if Billy's mom, if Jet really did have something personal to do with why Billy's mom left, I think that could give Billy more motive to kill Jet specifically.
That's what I think is that he found out whatever Jet did to his mom, he knows about it. And that
Yeah,
plus everything else, he's like,
that's all I need.
she's a monster, just like the rest of them.
Mm. Okay, interesting. Could be, could be.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Ready for the next event?
Yep.
All right. So Sophia, Luke's wife, is indeed suspicious, but maybe not about Jet's murder, but about the dad's health decline. So it turns out that every time Sophia has dropped off her baked goods, she also swipes the dad's pills, brings them back to her house, and swaps out the real medicine with salt, which is the
Ugh.
worst thing you could give someone with polycystic kidney disease. When Jet confronts her, Sophia says, I wasn't trying to kill him, just make him retire sooner. Luke needs to take over the company, stat. Luke does not know about the switcheroo Sophia has been pulling. That was
What?
crazy.
Ah!
That was who even would think of that? That's evil. They're all monsters.
Sophia, I'm like, oh my God. That
I
is
know.
heinous.
Right? That's really bad.
Yeah, because now he like needs a new kidney.
Yeah.
I
So,
this was too far.
yeah, did this seem unbelievable? This seemed, I mean, I don't know, we don't know anything else about Sophia, but this just seems, yeah, so
Um,
villainous.
it's very villainous. I think for someone, so Jet describes Sophia as very money motivated. And she's like, that's why she wanted to marry the family because she wanted to be an heiress. And she lives in this tiny town and she's like one of the poor people, but now she gets to be one of the richies and she's
Hmm.
committed. And there are like a lot of crimes where you hear about people doing something
I
similar.
guess that's true. Yeah.
So
Wow, crazy.
Sophia and Jet have opposing, the same but opposing viewpoints on the demise of their friendship.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What happened?
Jet and Sophia both say about the other that once Jet went to school, they stopped communicating.
Right, right. Yeah, and they're both like, I needed you at that time, but you dropped me. But they're both
What
saying that about each other.
what do you think?
I have no idea. Because Jet's kind of a jerk, but Sophia's trying to murder her father-in-law. So I don't really know who I would believe.
It almost feels like one of those tropes where the letters get intercepted
Uh-huh.
and they're both writing letters, but they're not getting delivered to the other.
Interesting.
But I don't know how that flavor would manifest in an age of texting and email.
Right. I mean, maybe it's possible that they were both bad at responding and keeping in touch. And they kind of blamed the other one. They're like, oh, the other one has more time because they're doing whatever.
Hmm.
So it's on them that we're not in touch anymore. Maybe it could be like that.
I think that's probably the most realistic. Do you think there is a third party at play who tried to break them up?
Luke?
Luke or Billy or someone?
I don't know. I don't really see why. I mean, honestly,
I
her going
know.
to college sounds like a good enough reason or explanation.
I agree with that.
So, okay, but and why would Sophia then go to Luke? Just because she wants to be an heiress and she already knows the family? Or do you think maybe Luke told Sophia like, that Jet, she's such a jerk. And maybe that's part of why Sophia stopped talking.
I could see I could see Sophia maybe initially befriending Jet to like get close to the family, and then her and Jet are like pretty good friends. I kind of Even though I do feel like Jet is not a good person, I do feel like she has a better read on this situation. I kind of feel like Sophia is very money motivated. Like in order to
Yeah.
be at a place of like I'm going to kill my father-in-law, you are gonna plot to marry the son. Like,
Yeah. That's super true. Yeah, she's just crazy.
mhm.
Yeah, yikes. Yikes, yikes.
Why do you think she says that Luke needs the company stat?
Okay. Well, do you think that gets explained by the later things that happen? The illicit activities going on?
I think so, but let's circle back.
Okay, so circle back to that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So actually, let's see. My next four all have to do with Luke and Mason construction.
Yeah.
So I'll read them one by one. We can talk about them as they come up, but there's a lot that happens here.
Yes.
Okay. So all right. So Jet just saw Sophia. Jet has asked Luke to bring her the data on all the company workers at Mason Construction so she can start working out if any of them are the murderers, but he keeps forgetting, which makes Jet furious and suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts or next event?
Next event.
Okay. Jet wants to see if Luke had motive to kill her, so she confirms with Nell Jankowski that their dad is talking about selling the company to Nell. Nell confirms this, so Jet brings this information to Luke. If Luke had known about this, he would have had motive to kill Jet because then the dad would leave the company to him. Luke seems utterly shocked and outraged at the information, so Jet decides that Luke didn't know about this.
Do you think Luke knew about it?
I don't know if he's that good of an actor because he seemed pretty outraged.
I could see, because at first I was like, all right, I don't think he knew about it. But then what if he did know about it, but he found out like secretly and he didn't realize Nell was blabbing this around? So like
Mhm.
because if nobody else knows about it, then he can like feign ignorance. But if the whole town is talking about it,
Oh, now he is prime suspect.
now he's prime suspect. So maybe that's
Oh,
why he's upset.
that could explain it. So yeah, I think that's pretty good because I think this whole interaction would explain the big event that happens next,
Yeah.
too. Hmm. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mm.
That's pretty good. Okay, so maybe he knew about it. He tried to off Jet so that then the dad would leave the company to him.
Hmm.
But now Jet is starting to uncover the plot, and so now he's upset. He's got to cover his tracks.
Yeah. And like also like I think just more so of maybe he found out via email, hidden email on his dad's server.
Oh,
And he
okay.
thinks they're keeping it hush hush. And then he finds out Nell's blabbing this all around town. So now he's like, now everyone will see that I am a very good murder suspect. Versus before, if it was hush
Yeah.
hush, then I wouldn't be a good murder suspect because it's reasonable that
That's
I didn't know about
true.
it.
That's true. Hmm. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. So do you see Luke finding out about it and then telling Sophia, and Sophia's like, you should murder Jet? Think Sophia really is kind of behind the murder too?
Ugh. I still think all of this is a red herring. I
And it's
don't
really
think,
Billy.
I still think it's Billy. I don't think that Luke tried to kill Jet. I do think Luke might be in on Sophia's plot.
Mm. Okay.
Well, she begged Jet not to tell, but I don't know. I could just see him co-signing it
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
because we'll find out later. Luke is in dire straits of keeping his shenanigans under wraps. Otherwise, he could and probably would go to jail
Yeah.
beyond other things. So,
Yeah, he's in a pretty desperate situation over here.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I could see that. Yeah. Sophia's like, I've done the research, just a little bit of salt will
Yeah.
progress his decline, won't kill him. And he's like, okay.
And you can give him a kidney.
Yeah. Then you'll be the hero.
You'll be the hero. Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, ready for the next event?
Yep.
Okay. So technically this happened earlier in the timeline, but it fits in now. So
Yep.
Jet visits JJ's brother Henry Lim to ask him about his work with Mason Construction and if he has any helpful info. In the few months since Jet has seen Henry, Henry has gotten a gun, suffered a terrible injury that might leave him blind, and is denying he ever worked at Mason Construction. Jet is very confused by all of this and isn't sure if she believes that Henry suffered his accident by falling off a building while drunk.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next event or thoughts?
Um, when I f- can we just well, I guess we can't reveal the next part until you say it.
Well, did this
Mm,
make you suspicious of JJ or Henry or no? Did you think it was
the,
just another red herring?
I literally wrote, I was like, this is so strange.
It felt kind of
This,
random.
yeah, I
Who
was
is
like,
this guy?
this is bizarre. What's happening? Why are you pretending?
Mm-hmm.
It was just weird. I didn't have any thoughts other than this is bizarre at this time.
Yeah. Let me see. Did I have any other notes about this one? I think I mainly was just confused and wasn't
Yeah.
sure why they were. Yeah.
It wasn't
Nope.
clear how this was all going to tie in. And then
Right.
she does tie it in very quickly, which I appreciated.
Yeah. It was good. Okay. So ready for
Hmm.
the next event?
Yep.
All right. So Jet smells something fishy going on at Mason Construction and with Luke. So she and Billy break into the office at night to look at Luke's files. Jet discovers that Luke is likely committing tax fraud and insurance fraud by paying certain employees under the table in cash instead of keeping them on the official books. Just as she and Billy are uncovering this information, the building starts going up in smoke. Someone has set the building on fire, and Jet and Billy barely escape.
Okay.
Big
So
event.
big event. So we find out that Jet hypothesizes that uh Henry Lim, who she just visited and was like, I never worked there, and he's like a battered wife. She's
Mm-hmm.
like, he's probably the guy that the floor of Andrew's house fell on top of,
Right.
and then Luke decided to destroy it and
Luke decided to destroy what?
destroy the house. So the
Um,
Andrew had his house and they were like working on it, and then like part of it collapsed and it fell on a worker. And then after that, Luke was like, "You know what? Let's just blow the whole thing down."
That's okay.
And so she's
Interesting.
like, "That was probably Henry."
Interesting. Yeah.
And if he's an under the cover worker, under the table worker, then he doesn't get workers' comp.
Mm-hmm. Right. Which all fits in pretty good. Okay, so she finds out that Henry hasn't been on the books. So that would all track with that theory. He's not getting
Yeah.
workers' comp.
Yeah.
That's an issue. There's also like another employee that's been there for a really long time who's not on the books. I was
Yeah.
wondering, how did he choose these employees? Do you think they're connected? What's the story there?
So before we get there, the other thing I just want to add is that we find out at the end, and you'll say this, is that Henry's brother JJ is the one who took out the loan against Jet's truck for $30,000.
Oh, I forgot about that. That happened in this section?
Yeah, and I'm just remembering, I'm just putting it
Oh.
together. He probably did that to pay for Henry's surgery.
Oh, yeah, that's a great point. Okay, well, yeah, let's talk more about Henry and JJ. So how do you even take out a loan in someone's name? What kind of information do you need?
I feel like a lot, and you have to like sign paper. You can't just like do that.
Yeah, it sounds like he just did it online.
Yeah. Now, it's possible that because he did it a couple months before, maybe him and Jet were still together and he just like, oh, hey, sign this paper. Like, sometimes that happens. Your partner will just say, oh, we sign this. And Jet seems, not super savvy about finances. She's just like,
That's true.
whatever, and signs
Hmm.
it.
Okay. All right.
But
So
let's
let's
look it
say,
up. How do you take out a loan in someone else's name? Well, he took out the loan in his name, but
it was on her car or
yeah,
something.
also as collateral. Okay. So the author, okay, so method one, the owner co-signs the loan with you. You apply for the loan together. You have to sign it.
I
Oh,
mean, can't you just forge your signature?
yeah.
That doesn't seem that hard.
Yeah, so maybe he just like forged her signature.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say he does that. But at this point, if you think he and would they still be together? Maybe it would be after they broke up. That might make more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's after they broke up. He takes out this loan to help pay for the thing. He justifies it because he's like, workers' comp should be paying for this. So the Mason should be paying for this anyway.
Yeah.
So fine. Um, and then does that mean that they have motive to kill Jet now?
Maybe Luke and JJ work together. Like Luke needs money and he can't pay for Henry. And he's like, let's just take out this loan against Jet's car. Maybe somehow he's also like a co-owner on it.
Okay.
Like maybe it's like a family car, but Jet's the
Yeah.
one who drives it. And so he's able to like help JJ do this
Okay. But
to
that
help
doesn't,
Henry.
uh-huh. And they're just assuming Jet won't see it. Like they'll be able to intercept the letter before she can see it.
Luke is probably like, I'm going to get this house built and it's going to be sold. And once it's sold, I can pay everything back.
Okay.
You know, he's been writing
Yeah.
checks that he can't cash, and it's all hinging on this mansion,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not even built yet. So it's like until it gets sold, he's like collecting all of these debts.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so they might have done this, but that doesn't, but you don't think that they murdered Jet.
It $30,000 just doesn't feel like enough to murder someone.
I know, especially your sister. I know. I think these are all, I think she's uncovering a lot of like suspicious things and a lot of like
Yeah,
real crimes, but they're not going to explain her murder.
right.
You're right.
It
I think it's Billy.
like maybe this could for Luke add where he's like, if I get rid of Jet, then I don't have to worry about the 30K. I don't have to worry about
The
not getting the
company.
company. Like, I think for Luke, that's starting to build a case for him, but not for, it does not feel like enough for JJ or Henry, 30K.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
killing is pretty intense. So,
yeah.
but I could see them taking out a loan on the car or something if Luke is like, don't worry, I'll cover it.
Now, if Luke is truly the villain, he would probably know about this, and then it would give him more evidence to murder Jet because then he would be like, it's gonna really look like it's JJ.
Yeah, he's pretty sneaky.
Yeah,
That's a good thought.
yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Hmm. This is all going to be very difficult to explain, though, that Henry wasn't working at Mason Construction when this all comes up in court.
I know.
So I don't know.
Ugh.
Quite a hole here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what do you think about the other employees who are paid under the table?
Okay.
Are these just the loyal few, like the inner circle, that Luke can trust? Or the vulnerable people who don't have other options? I could see Henry being in that category.
So there's, I'm imagining there's two ways that this is happening. One, everyone is in on it. The employee is like, I'm getting paid under the table, and so is the employer.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that? Maybe you could say, I can I have to pay $20,000 a year in taxes. I can give you an extra $10,000 a year, but I pay you under the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And the employee
could
says,
be good
okay.
enough reason.
Yeah. I said, okay. Another option is that since Luke is in charge of like all the finances, he might be doing some finagling where they're getting paid just the same. They might not even notice,
Mm,
but he's just taking them off the books.
that's a good point. And he's either pocketing the money or something else.
Yeah. It sounds like the company was almost going under due to taxes and whatnot. So it sounded like they were in like a big financial crunch,
Mm-hmm. And then he saved the company.
quote unquote.
Interesting.
But
Okay.
why these people? If it's a longtime employee, I would have to guess that maybe this is one of the higher paid employees.
Oh, so you'd save more money?
You would save more money.
Okay. And maybe if it's a temporary, maybe it's like the low risk employees, you're like, they probably won't
Notice.
notice. Yeah. They don't have insurance.
Right. Um, or maybe Luke has something on both of these people.
Yeah, that could be it.
I it just feels weird to me that because Henry realizes that he doesn't have the workers' comp, so he knows what has happened to him. So he seems aware of
Right.
the situation.
Maybe he knew before.
Right. So he would have had to be like in line with it. So why would he agree to it? And then he seems very like scared. Like he bought a
Probably Luke threatened
gun.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke was like, you can't tell anybody about this.
But why would he agree to it?
In the first place,
Any of it? Why would he agree to get paid under the table? Why would he agree not to say anything now?
well, I think, okay, so I think getting paid under the table makes sense because he's young and he's like, I'm not going to get injured. I
Yeah.
would take the extra $10,000. That makes sense to me. I
Right.
could see that. Then he gets injured. He doesn't have workers' comp. And now Luke says, well, I'm going to tell the story that you, whatever, that Henry would be the one who would be charged for the crime and not Luke. Like I could
Mm-hmm.
see him pulling some strings. I mean, they're the Masons, so they're really powerful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think he has a lot that he could pull on Henry that Henry
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want anybody to know. And so now that Jet has been attacked, maybe he knows that JJ is a suspect, so he bought a gun, or he bought a gun because Luke was threatening him.
Yeah.
That was enough reason.
Yeah. And I think maybe something else that we could put is that he's young.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're young, you just don't know things, and people can say things
Yeah,
and you believe them because you just don't know.
right. Yeah, so I think Luke could definitely spin him a whole story that would get
Yeah.
Henry super scared.
Mm-hmm. I could
Okay,
see that.
why did JJ leave town? Is it because of Henry's injury? Did he go to Vegas, try to win a few grand? Did he not want to be there when the car loan came in?
Yeah, I'm thinking it has to do with the loan. The fact that it showed up like the next day. Maybe he was like, I'm gonna go. Maybe he wanted to tell Jet, I did this thing because Henry needed medical bills. I thought I would have it paid up by now, but I don't. So I'm gonna go to this road show and sell these antiques and I'm gonna make my
What?
30K and I'm gonna
Oh my
come back.
gosh. What a crazy business plan.
I'm going to Vegas with my $10 left and I'm gonna turn it into
Yeah.
30K and I'm turning back around.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I like the idea that he was going to tell Jet at the Halloween thing.
Yeah.
I think that can make sense.
And that I feel
Hmm.
like he was skipping town so that he could try to do something that's not going to work out, but in his mind is like his last chance to make a
Yeah.
buck.
Or maybe Luke set him all up and he said, "Hey, you should get out of town so then I can take care of the whole loan thing. I'll explain it away. It'll be fine. It'll be better if you're not here." And
That
JJ
would be
says, "Okay."
so evil.
And then Luke attacks JJ or Jet,
Hmm.
and he's just building a case that it was JJ.
Yeah. I all the evidence points to Luke, but my heart points to Billy.
Oh, I know, because we can't actually know who it is.
I know.
It can't be that straightforward, right?
Surely not. Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Unless everything we're saying that Luke's doing, actually Billy's doing somehow.
Oh, okay, yeah, what if it was Billy?
Like
What's Billy's
Billy,
initial motivation? The mom?
yeah, he wants to kill Jet and he needs to frame it up on JJ. He probably hates JJ's guts too because
Oh,
this is his girl and Jet's been
interesting.
dating him. So JJ, he doesn't sound super smart. He confides to Billy. Billy learns the information and then he starts hatching a plan of like, you should get out of town. You should do this. He knows about the
Everyone would
construction.
trust Billy.
Everyone would trust Billy. And he's just like giving them advice. And then all of a sudden, it just looks like you did it.
Oh, that's that could explain it. It'd be so the missing piece here would be that JJ and Billy at some point confided. JJ
Hmm.
confided in Billy.
Yeah.
We don't have that link yet, but
When Henry saw Billy, did he recognize him? I felt like he didn't. Or, you know what? Billy said something strange. And I was like,
oh, what did he say?
he was like, oh, I'm just Billy.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was something to where I was like, this is a little weird.
Like he was being too, what is that, self-effacing? Because that's kind of
What does
his
that
thing. It's
mean?
like just poor sweet Billy. Let me look at this. I don't even know if that's
Oh.
the right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Self-effacing, not claiming attention for oneself, retiring and modest.
Oh, yes. I think that's definitely Billy. I think he just pretends to be sweet little Billy, but he's actually like
The
kind of
murderer.
evil. Yeah. Let me see. So they meet on chapter 16. This is when Henry's introduced. And then he says, okay, they have the gun. And Jet says, do you know where JJ is? Henry, no, I don't know. Just like I told the cops. Is anyone with you? Henry asks. Jet, no, it's just me and Billy. Henry moved back, hissing when his step landed, doubling over to press his hand against his ribs. Who are you scared of? Jet asked, clocking the ribs too. Nobody. I just wanted a gun. JJ? Billy added. Unless he's terrified of Billy.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, Billy maybe threatened them. Would Billy, okay. Okay, so that would mean that Billy knew about this whole workers' comp situation, right? So JJ went to Billy, told him about all this stuff.
Hmm.
And then what? Did Billy threaten Henry? Because it seems like Billy's angle would be being so nice that everyone trusts him.
Yeah.
Why would,
He's,
unless Henry is seeing the pieces fall and he's like, it looks like JJ did it, was Billy actually evil and now he's scared of him?
it could be. It could be. Maybe Henry's just like finally, even though he's turning blind, he's finally seeing for the first time. And he's like, it's actually Billy. Billy's like the villain. Um,
Hmm. Yeah, I could see that.
but that would be one of those like tricky scenes in like the thrillers where it seems obvious that he's afraid of someone else, but it could also be that he's afraid of who's right in front of him.
Right there.
Yeah.
I like that theory.
Hmm.
I think Billy is a great guess.
Yeah.
It would be twisty enough, but I think we could make an explanation that really fits.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Next part.
Okay. Well, next question for this fire thing. Who set the fire? Think it was Luke?
I think it could be Luke, Sophia, or Nell, the potential
No.
buyer.
Why no?
She might just be like, I want to get a good price.
What? But then would there even be a company to buy? I mean, I guess you're buying like the name basically.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know about no.
Yeah. That
I
was
could
the
see
only
Luke.
person I could see like gaining something from it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's true. That's true. Okay. So if it were Luke, do you think it's because he found out that Nell is going to buy the company or because he knows maybe he was following Jet, saw that she went there and was like, she's going to find out some stuff. I need to destroy all the evidence. So he sets a fire.
I think it's I think it's definitely Luke. I think it's because he needs to destroy the evidence. I think it's because he's realizing that if the company doesn't go to him, then it's going to go to someone else and then they're going to unravel
Yeah.
his mess.
It seemed pretty obvious once Jet pulled up the file.
Yeah. Well, because it's like, it's obvious to her because she knows these people so
That's
intimately.
true.
If you're a
That's true.
rando, I don't know that it would be so obvious.
That's true. That's very true. Okay, so and you don't think he knew Jet was in the building. He was just going there to destroy the evidence and accidentally
Yeah.
almost killed Jet. Maybe
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I could see
think
that.
I think it was just happenstance that they both happened to be there. Although you think he would have seen her truck.
Oh, I think they parked it I guess far enough away, but yeah, there's only one entrance into this place, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Could
Unless he
Billy have
went
set
in
the
through a
fire?
back entrance. Ah,
That would have been too hard. I don't think so.
yeah, that'd have been too hard, and he barely made it out too. So I think that's too risky.
Yeah, because they did separate for a while. So I guess he could have started a fire somewhere else, but that would be like,
Uh, in my mind, he just went across the hall, like literally
yeah,
to the next room over.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's possible.
I do think it was Luke. I think
I think it
because
was
if the
Luke.
company doesn't go to him, somebody finds out and now he goes to
He's
jail.
going to jail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so was this effective? Because, like, did he actually get rid of all the files? Because now, if Jet says something, is there any evidence?
I think she didn't she take the
She tried
papers?
taking a paper, but it burned up.
It burned up.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would have been more effective in the 90s. I think now that things are like on the cloud, although her brother wouldn't have saved anything on the cloud.
Yeah.
But she does know two employees who would be able to
Or not.
corroborate, who were not on the
Right.
payroll, and they might be able to corroborate her story.
Yeah. And I don't think the rest of the company would lie
No,
and say that they didn't work there. So,
no. And I think there would still be records of some sort because for the workers' comp policy, what she found out is that these two people aren't on it, but they are employees. So it would be, I think, pretty easy now that you have the information to say who's on the workers' comp policy. Everyone minus these
oh,
two people. Hey, Dad, do these people work here? Yes.
yeah. Okay. True.
So
So they can still prove it.
they can still prove it. The fact that Jet found that and she knows where to look, I think she can put it together. Had she not been able to do that, I think it would have been really difficult.
Yeah. To backtrack and
Hmm.
that's okay. Wow. Wow. Just in the nick of time. Okay,
Just in the
actually
nick of time.
on the thought of destroying evidence, I think Jet flushes all of the salt pills down the toilet. And I thought that was weird. I said, "Why are you destroying the evidence? Why not just take them, keep them in your house?" At Billy's apartment. I don't know. I was like, Jet, come on. I thought that was a
I
misstep.
That was a total misstep. I think we let it slide because Jet has a TBI and an aneurysm.
That, I mean, that's true. She's doing a lot over here. One of her arms has
She-
gone numb at this point.
yeah, she's losing cognitive function. So I'm gonna let it slide, but I agree that was not the move.
No, man.
Maybe she wanted to spare her family.
Oh, maybe, but I mean, let's see.
She hasn't
Yeah,
spared
did
them from
she?
anything else.
I don't know. Yeah, because I forget. Did she tell Sophia that she told Sophia that Sophia needs to tell Luke? I don't think she said anything about telling the dad.
Right.
So that could be it.
I could see like telling the dad, that would be really hard.
Yeah, now he's like lost all three kids. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess
And
Luke wasn't in on it, but still.
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Debatable.
yeah, I don't know. That it would just be hard because he's gotten so sick now where it's like he needs a new kidney nearly. So it's like, okay, you just like shaved off 20 years of my life
Yeah.
and I might only have 25 to go.
Yeah. It's pretty rough.
That's pretty bad. It's pretty sad. I don't want to have to tell somebody that. So,
That's true. That's not how she wants to spend her last 3 days.
no.
Fair.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay.
Okay. Ready for the last event?
I think so.
Anything else? Okay. So this section ends with Jet struggling because one of her arms has gone numb and she's scared to die. So Billy comes to help her and hold her and he gives her a kiss. Sweet or murderer?
It's kind of strange because how Jet describes herself is that it sounds like she's like quite grimy and dirty and like doesn't have clean clothes and has like a oozing wound on the back of
I
her head.
know. Well, she can't really do much because she's been so injured. I think that's part
Right.
of it. Yeah.
And then half of her body is numb. I don't know if I would still be like ready to give that kind of person a kiss. If you're not like
Oh,
my
it's your
husband,
best friend.
if you're
They're your childhood
no,
best friend. I think to Billy, though, he has this deep attachment.
that's true. He's just been obsessed with her, even in her
Mm-hmm.
like zombie state. She's kind of turning into a zombie a little bit.
I mean, she's deteriorating.
That's what
She's
I'm
about to
saying.
die. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know. So I don't know. Do you think this for okay, is Billy so psychopath that he's like, this is a perfect ending. I still get to be with Jet, have this experience, but I don't have to go through the pain of seeing her with someone else because she's gonna
I
die.
could see this as spoiler for Perfect Marriage, Perfect Divorce. We might have to put like a spoiler tag for every episode from here on out. Um, Sarah Morgan. of like, I want to control, like, I want you to trust me so that right before you die, I like stick it in, you know?
So
It
he's
was
just
me.
building. Yeah. Ooh, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yikes. Man, that'd be so sad.
I
I
know,
like
but
Billy.
I really think this is where the book is going. Who knows? Maybe it's not Billy and I've just been he's a perfectly
Sarah
nice,
Morgan.
yeah. I'm just traumatized.
Man, could be. Okay, well, we have one last part left.
Hmm.
So, what do you think's gonna happen?
Okay, so I have a couple other notes.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we Jet notices that there's a tile tracker on Billy's guitar.
Oh, okay. I totally forgot
You know
about
what a
that.
tile is?
I
It's
mean,
like an
is it
air
like an,
tag,
yeah.
like an air tag. It's like a tracker. So I'm wondering if Jet is going to see this tile tracker ping, 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 ping at her house or somewhere where he's not supposed to be that will
Hmm,
unveil.
that's a good thought.
Yeah. Um, Billy, when Billy and Jet are like going to ransack her dad's business, he says that this is, quote, the best week of his life. And I'm like, is the best week of his life watching Jet spin out? Almost be murdered, not quite, be super stressed out.
No.
And then the last note is that we end the section with a drone flying overhead at the
Oh,
time
that's
of
right.
the burning office.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going to go back to Nerd Kid.
Nerd kid. How did he know? Was he just flying a normal night and then he saw some suspicious activity?
Yeah, he might have just been flying and then he saw like is it smoke and then he was like looking and then he
Oh,
sees and
nerd kid's gonna come back and save everybody.
yes.
Interesting. Oh, I actually did have one other note that may be nothing, but I don't know. So we find out that Luke's phone password is
Oh.
213024. All the other passwords to get into the office building and stuff, it was Emily's birthday, then it was Jet's birthday. Luke's code can't be a birthday unless he's flipped it around somehow. But do you think his code has any significance?
I was thinking about that. And also another note that I forgot to mention is that Holly Jackson's UK was showing because in the US
Oh.
we do month, day, year.
Oh.
But all of these passwords, I think, were day, month, year.
Well, how do you know? Do we know their actual birthdays? Because I
Well, you
remember
can,
Jets was December 5th, the
I
way I
think,
read it,
let me see.
which could be May 12th. But I don't know if we know. No, no, it is December 5th because she said it was 1 month away from today.
Yeah.
So I think she put the dates in the US way.
Oh, okay. Oh, why did I think it was the other way? Because I saw it and I was like, this can only be, yeah, because it's, oh, yeah, it is month, day, year. Oh, dang it.
That's a good thought.
Dang it. All right. All right, Holly. You did a
Man,
good job.
Holly, yeah, covered all of her bases.
She got me. She got me good. Okay. So what was the passcode? Let's think about it again. Read it out to me.
Luke's was 213024. 24 could be a year,
Hmm.
but I don't know. It can't be a birthday unless it's
No.
backwards somehow, like 0312.
Yeah. I know. I was like trying to think. I couldn't think of anything.
Maybe it's nothing.
Maybe it's like a street
Maybe
address. Maybe
does it spell something?
if we turn it upside down.
Oh.
No.
Um.
Does it spell boobies? If I put it in a calculator and turn it upside down.
The wildest twist of all.
Oh my God. I noted that down too and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be important," but then I never found anything.
Mm, yeah. Not seeing anything either.
I have a line for Jet continues to be a monster.
Okay.
Jet tells Billy that instead of Sophia, she, quote, should have kept you, Billy, as my best friend, huh? You're not the poisoning type. And I'm like, that is so disrespectful to be like, oh, I should have kept you as my best friend. And you're like, why can you only have one best friend?
Yeah. Ah. True. Good point.
You know? And it's like, she knows that he's like deeply hurt by this.
Yeah. It that is strange. What does he say to that? Do you remember? Or do you have it?
It
If
was
not,
on
that's
page
okay.
191. So let's see what he says to that.
Maybe he's like,
Billy
good thing I
sniffed.
killed you.
Billy sniffed. Yeah, you should have.
Yeah, Billy knows.
Yeah, he's like, I wouldn't have had to kill you if you didn't do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Another point for Billy.
Jet tells her mom she can't go home to stay with them because she, quote, needs to enjoy the time she has left.
Ouch. Okay, so maybe something bigger happened, but what about her dad? She's not seeing her dad either. I don't know. That still makes me feel a little strange.
Jet monster. Like these things are like monstrous. Like whatever like your family beef is, it's like if you only have a few days left, you just have to let it go.
I know. At least say hi to them.
Yeah,
Stop by for
because
coffee.
it just to me it feels like extraordinarily cruel because you know you're going to be gone and then this is like their last moments and then they're going to have to live with this
Yeah,
for the rest of their lives and you're
I
comfortable with
know.
that.
Yeah. Jet is a little bit of a monster. Maybe she's behind all the workers' comp stuff.
Well, Diane's a monster too because Billy is like talking and she's like, "Shh, the detective has important news." Like what Billy was saying
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
important. That was rude.
Oh, yeah.
She forgot who Billy was. That was rude.
Well, she was a busy honestly, I forget people's names. Not someone you grew up with, though.
Could you imagine like our childhood friends, the Mayhews, like the
That's
dad
true.
not knowing you?
That's true. That's true.
You'd be like, "What?"
Okay, fair. Yeah, okay, so
Diane,
Diane's pretty crazy.
yeah, Diane told Jet that she, quote, never asks the right questions. And then she blames Jet for Emily's death. And I'm like, Diane's kind of a piece of work too. But
Mm-hmm.
that's it. Those were my notes.
Yeah.
I
Okay, so what do you think we're gonna find out in part three? Billy's gonna reveal to Jet that he was a murderer in her final moments.
think so. Do you think Jet survives the aneurysm? It's possible that she had like that it passes and that she survives, right?
I'm sure it's always possible. So I know. I kind of could see her surviving, but you're right. Maybe that'd make it too cheap. Maybe what if the ending, did we talk about this last time? If the last chapter is from someone else's perspective,
No, I
flips
don't
to
think so.
Billy. Oh, okay. So yeah, at her funeral or something. Now we get Billy's
Yeah.
explanation of everything.
Yeah.
That would be unsatisfying in a lot of ways because he gets off scot-free, but could be a good ending.
I feel like it's going to be one of those endings. I don't think it's going to be buttoned up
Yeah,
nicely.
I think you're right. Oh man, so Jet might actually go.
Do you think she'll make it or no?
Ugh, I don't know. I could really see it going either way.
Hmm.
Man, I'm gonna say yes. She's gonna survive.
Okay. All right. Is that our poll question?
Yeah, that's a pretty good poll question.
Or we could ask who the murderer is.
Oh, maybe we could ask in part one, will Jet survive?
Oh, yeah.
Part
That's
two
good.
is who's the murderer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like that.
I think that's good.
Man. Oh, well, I'm excited to finish it.
I know. I'm gonna start reading it immediately.
I know.
Ah!
Such a page turner.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Did you finish Thursday Murder Club?
No, not yet. Did you finish?
I did.
Oh, exciting.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm
you need to
excited
read
to
that one
finish that one
next.
too. Yeah, we'll finish both these books.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Wow, so many mysteries. All
So
about to be solved.
many. Yes. Well, this was a reader recommended.
Yeah.
Our UK correspondent, F. Smith, top tier listener,
Mm-hmm.
number one listener
Even
for
topper
writing
tier.
in, topper
Yeah.
tier.
She wrote in and then she recommended this book, and the book's great.
The book is great. If you guys have any books that you want us to read, please let us know. Also, rate, review, subscribe, all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me. All right. Well,
Okay.
I'll see you next time for the
Yeah. I know.
conclusion.
Time to finish this book.
Yes.
Yay. Well, thanks for potting.
Yeah. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.